got sound again here. Cool. So hopefully everyone comes back. I'm gonna go here to live stream if I can see people here as well. And it's not there yet. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna start playing here in just a second. Just I want to be able to see the. There we go. Okay, and everything's going now. It's kind of lame you can't like invite people though. That's all right. At least now I can see. There we go. All right, cool. So I got it going now. I had to go and fix it. Also, I went and put a link on the marijuana channel. Is the sound coming through loud enough? Like over the game? It should be. These headphones do a pretty good job of that. And I turned the game down to like 20%. And I can't remember where the fuck I'm at. Alright, cool. No map data available. Ain't that some bullshit? Alright, we'll see what the hell this is. Yeah, cool. Pick that shit up. Kick that table right there. So yeah, feel free to ask me questions, guys. It's open for marijuana. Because I don't give a shit about my channels. I don't care if YouTube don't like that I answer questions about marijuana on a gaming channel. Fuck them. They go to hell. YouTube's a big piece of pile of shit. Whoa, that's a trip, huh?
That's his MO. He's somewhere in here.
Okay, so how do I drip feed on a perpetual grow with one reservoir? So I use a 50-gallon drum, which I bought at Wilco. Oh, can I do this? No, that does nothing. That's trip. So that means that weird dude's in here. I don't know if you guys seen this game at all, but it's pretty good. You know, it's kind of like mine's kind of like The Last of Us, but a little bit slower, and it's a horror instead of survival. But yeah, so 50-gallon drum, and then I use a big pump, and I can actually do like I've done max I think 16 plants so far, and I know the pump can do more than that because it easily does 16 plants no problem. But the problem is with 16 plants, even with this is gonna be so boring for some people that watch this back. But anyway, with 16 plants, it can still be it takes about I think in 3-gallon number threes, I think it takes about anywhere from 5 to 7 days to go through the water, feeding every 3 hours for like anywhere from like 5 to 7 seconds, and then one feeding for about 20 to 30 seconds at the very beginning. Yeah, how's it going, Larry? And welcome everybody that just came in. What's up? What's up? So I have no idea where I'm at. And I can't remember what I'm supposed to be doing. I totally forgot. The hell, I can't remember what I was doing when I played last. Hopefully I'm going the right way. I'm just gonna keep going, and then hopefully it's the right way to go. And hopefully I'm not missing cool shit. Let's go upstairs, I guess. Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Why not? Whenever you're in a horror movie, you always go upstairs. That's what you're supposed to do. Get your head chopped off. Do you feed bloom to all of them, even when some are in veg and others are in bloom? If you have a perpetual grow going, yeah, that's one thing I've been debating about whether I'm going to do that or not. And you can't with autos. You can definitely do that, and you can do it with non-autos too. Like it's kind of like a Lucas formula. So if you use something kind of like a Lucas formula, then you can do bloom all the way through. And oh shit, what's behind here? And
What's this about?
And it's gonna be fine. So. But I'm still debating. I do have 2 drums, so I'm debating whether or not to have one drum with veg that I can put the plants on that are in veg, and then one for bloom. That way I can like I don't know. I haven't decided whether or not I'm gonna do it. But for years I did just bloom for both photos and regulars, and it works great. The thing with photos and regulars, sorry, photos and autos. The thing is with for autos, though, it does make them flower faster. So. How far away do you run a dwarf star from plants that are 2 weeks old? I would go at least 3 feet away. If yeah 3 feet away should be fine. If not, I mean, maybe try 4 feet and then slowly go down and see what. And just watch the edge of the leaves. If the edge of the leaves start looking sharp, then
What's this? This camera's so old.
sorry, hold on.
Must mean something.
Okay, can I interact with it? I sure can. But yeah, so just watch the edge of the leaves, and if they start looking like sharp teeth, then that means that the light might be little. You know, they're starting to get a little bit of light stress or heat stress. If your heat's already good, though, then you know that's not the case. And then the next case is the lethal. Kind of looks like a taco, right? It'll start going like that. So the edges, these are my fingers. These are the little, straighted edges on the leaf, and they'll start kind of curling up like this, kind of like a taco. So that's something to watch out for. Once they start doing that, back the light off a little bit. Let's see here. What else we got? Do you think shrog is necessary, or can you keep the same shrog style canopy without a trellis? Without a trellis, it's a little difficult to sorry. Whoa, the fuck? That shit kind of took me by
Nothing.
surprise.
What am I missing?
Yeah, what am I
Same
missing?
dress.
So maybe I'm supposed to focus on something else. I can't move it. What the fuck am I supposed to do? That's it. There's only 3 zooming options. I don't know. Anyway, so without doing a net for Shrog, it is difficult to keep a nice even canopy. I managed to keep a pretty even canopy on my one plant. So if you do bowl training and you can just kind of keep pulling the outside branches down, you can get a pretty even canopy that way. So if you want to do individual, you can also do individual, like they sell these things you can put on top of the plant, almost like an individual trellis for each plant. So you can still move each plant around individually, but it also has its own like little trellis built onto the pot itself. Or you can poke it into your pot. Can you use 12-12 light cycle to force an auto to flower, or is there another way? It's just going to flower on its own. I don't recommend going 12-12. One time I actually did that because I was doing I was doing photos and autos in the same room, and let's see what the fuck I'm supposed to do. It's like there's only that's the only options there are, so it's like I don't know what the hell. I'll try one more time and see if it does anything. I don't know if this is something I'm supposed to do or what. Boom, take picture, nothing, whatever. Okay, don't give a shit. But anyway, one time I was doing both photos and autos, and I had some autos going and photos at the same time. And I was hoping the photos would finish so that I can then take the auto, that way the autos or they would anyway, or excuse me, I was hoping the autos would finish. I should probably look at the camera. I was hoping the autos would finish before the photos, but they didn't. And so I switched to 12-12 because the photos are getting way too big. So I switched to 12-12 to start putting the photos into flower. And some of the autos actually started re-vegging. So they were under 18.6. And then when I switched to 12-12, some of the autoflowers actually started re-vegging. That was one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. I was like, what the hell? Oh, okay, I get it now. I bet you I gotta go like this. Face her forward. Go back and take a picture of her now. I feel like a creepo right now. Taking a picture of some mannequin bitch. With this old ass camera. Zoom in. Take a picture. Really? Okay, so that's not what I'm supposed to do, I guess. Just in case. Might as well take a picture all nothing. What the hell? Fucking game. Okay, I want to know I got a regular seed plant. So you mean a photo. And it is a sucker-free Tahoe OG. And I have it on 12-12 and it has not flowered 6 weeks into flower. And I'm going to pull out the bitch if it doesn't show me something. So wait, you have it, it's a photo period. You have it in 12-12 and it hasn't flowered. I'd look for light leaks. So what you want to do is go inside your room during lights off or just turn all the lights off. Go inside your room, close the door, whatever, close the tent up, whatever you're in, and make sure everything's closed up when you're in there. And then stay there for about 5 minutes in the dark. And that'll give you time, your eyes time to acclimate to the heat, to the dark. And after you've acclimated to the dark, then see and look for light leaks. And if you see any light leaks, go in and close them up. I like using the black Gorilla Tape for that. Works pretty good. Black keeps out the UV light, which is what you're really concerned with. But anyway, do you have any tips on using an autopot system? I personally didn't like it. I really didn't. The main issue with the autopot system is what happens is it wants. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Let's try rotating this bitch some more. I don't see anything like. I don't get it. Is it supposed to be a side view maybe? Yeah, let's try that, whatever. I don't see no hints either. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, is there other stuff I can do here? No, it's still her. But yeah, so, oh, this is just a, oh, that's not even real. It's just like a backdrop. Okay, still got the emerald necklace. Maybe I'm supposed to put that on her. Ah, okay. Oh, yeah, got it. Now let's rotate the chick. There we go. I think I figured it out. Alright, let's try to take a picture of this necklace now. Sorry, guys. Wanted to get that done. Yeah, I didn't like the autopot system personally, and the main problem is that the autopot system sits, the water that sits in the bottom of each tray, it actually sucks that water, but that water changes pH very quickly, quicker than the actual reservoir because it's so much less water, and so you have to really make sure that you pH balance your res really good first, so that the pH doesn't change in the actual little reservoirs that go to the bottom feeding. And also, I don't know, I just didn't have, I don't know, I just didn't really like it. So I converted mine over to a drip system, and then I just built my own drip system, which was cheaper. It's actually cheaper to build a drip system and much more efficient, works better, in my opinion. So, and you can still, with the 50-gallon drum, even with 16 plants, you can leave for 5 days at a time, and your plants are fine. I did it several times last grow when I went on little vacations. Let's see here. I have Northern Lights that's starting week 8. That has not even shown pistils. Sucks because I'm waiting for my photos. Yeah, sometimes sometimes autos are you get a Super XL whatever and they go a long time. Why do leaves at the top, at the very top, start to purple a little like day 30th or 70th flower? It really depends. Sometimes it could be strain related, so that's something to consider. Motherfucker, the hell am I supposed to do? So it could be strain related. It could also be that maybe your temps are getting too cold at some part of the cycle, maybe during lights off. Maybe temps are getting too cold. Maybe I'm supposed to go find something else and put it on there too. I'm gonna go look and see if there's anything else. Okay, I think I'm supposed to recreate something. Oh, there we go. Okay, so she has roses there and she has the necklace on. Okay, so let's go put the roses in here. And that should be good. Cool, I figured it out while answering questions. All right, so yeah, that's usually the case. And sometimes it could be a potassium deficiency. They might want more potassium. That is just a PK booster. And sometimes if they're in flower. And then other times it could be that, bam. And other times it could be that they have a little bit of a CalMag deficiency. It's possible. I'm doing your 4x4 rock wool thing. My question is, what do I do about the green stuff growing on the top of rock wool? One thing you could do, and that's just algae, what you could do is you could take a little piece of panda plastic and then cut a slit that goes to the center, like so you have the panda plastic like this, cut a slit to the center, and then take a hole puncher or something to punch a little hole that's about as big as a stem, and then take that and put it around the stem of the plant and then close it back up. And you can put a little tape if you want to make sure it stays closed. What that does is it makes the light not be able to penetrate through. The panda plastic has white on one side. You want the white side facing up, the black side facing down. So what that'll do is it'll make sure that, or maybe the black side facing up if you want to keep the rock wool even warmer. But you don't want to get too warm anyway. So what that does is the black allows the UV not to penetrate through. That's why it's, and then the white reflects light so it doesn't get too hot, and the black makes the UV light, or infrared light, sorry, not, or is it UV? Yeah, I think it's UV light, sorry. Makes the UV light not penetrate through. Any other color will allow UV to penetrate through. That's why pots are black. But the black attracts heat. So this is why I want to invent the super pot, which will be white on the outside and black on the inside. So it reflects light away from it, therefore it doesn't get hot. And it has the black on the inside to prevent UV from penetrating and fucking up your roots. But yeah, so you can do that. And that's one thing you can do. You can also, there's other things to do, but that one's just really easy. And you can always just take the planet plastic off when you need to water it. Or you can just, soak in it, just dip it in water like that or something. Anyway, so that's what I do to get, if you're concerned about the algae. All right, what else we got? See, my plant is getting yellow on the tips of the new leaves. I'm not feeding them at all. What should I do? Should I start feeding them? Yeah, start feeding them. You should be feeding them straight away anyway. If it's in cocoa, if you're using my cocoa method, start feeding them right away, like from the very, very. So I think I figured it out, right? Yeah, I think I did what I'm supposed to do. Oh, okay, that was like a little puzzle in order to get past here. Ah, interesting. That was kind of cool. But yeah, so far this game hasn't scared me yet. No, there's been nothing. There's been things that popped out of nowhere. Ooh, look at that at the end, nice. But yes, that's it for that. Feed right from the beginning. That's what I do. About 300, 400 ppm, day one. Let's see here. 73 to 81, 81 always. Or have you ever flowered with humidity as low as like 30%? No, the thing is plants like a lot of humidity. Even in the flower, they like a lot of humidity. The only dangers, the fuck? So I got my 3D headset on, so I'm hearing all this weird shit, and then like that picture just moved. It's kind of, kind of freaky while I'm answering some questions here. Appreciate the art. Hey, I'm an artist.
Appreciate the art. Fine. As long as it gets me closer to you, I'll play your game.
Yeah, I'll play your game. The acting in this game is not very good, but yeah, it's got some downfalls. But do I have to figure out something else again? Okay, so I'm not sure what the hell I'm supposed to do now. Imagine I go back up this way and something will probably happen. All right, so anyway, yeah, sorry about
I
that.
remember this.
I'm going back and forth, kind of.
Still a cold case.
But yeah, as far as flowering with 30% humidity, I wouldn't do that. That's really low. Plants like a lot of humidity, even through flower. The main danger when they're in flower is mold. So getting mold from it being too humid. Right now, my humidity is 68 while I'm flowering. I try to keep it as humid as possible without getting mold issues. And I know the buds aren't going to mold at that. Now, once the buds start getting more mature, I'll drop it down to 55% humidity, like when they're getting close to being done, just to make sure that I don't get bud rot, because bud rot starts on the inside of the bud. And so by the time you notice it, it's too late. Now all you can do with that bud is blast it. But I blast it anyway, so I don't, that's all I do is just blast my weeds. I'm not really worried about it. But still, you'll get better growth if you have slightly. I would go as only as low as like 55% personally. Would you be able to explain how to properly use PK boosters? Yeah, so basically you can do a PK booster the entire grow if you want to, or at least the entire part of the flower. I like to do it in the very beginning of flower, right when you start getting the white tops on the flowers, and then I like to do it again about midway through flower, and then I like to do it again toward the end of flower when you have about 3 weeks left. And then just follow the instructions. Sometimes you can use half strength. Like I've been using half strength right now of potash by cycloflower. Okay, so I think I have to figure out a puzzle here. It looks like because um, my door back here disappeared. there was a door there. I can remember this. I'm not losing my mind. Okay, so I gotta look at shit.
Ugh. Who comes up with this stuff?
And then are the nutrients that are used to pack weight on the buds So there's a couple ways. I mean, packing weight on buds, it's a lot of it's genetic and just having good environment. So before you use any supplements, or before you rely on anything like supplements, first make sure that you have everything else down, so that you have a nice balanced nutrient. Make sure that your humidity is right, is staying where you need it to. So pretty much you want to stay at like 68 humidity or so throughout pretty much the whole entire grow. I even go like 75 during veg. They love that. And then once they start flowering, I drop it down to about 65 or so. And then when they start getting toward the end of flower, I drop it down to 55. So humidity is super important to getting good growth. Having your temperatures in proper range is really good. I hope I didn't fuck this plant up by not having enough electricity to fix everything. I guess I technically could have brought in electricity from other rooms with long extension cords, but I'm like, whatever, the electricity guy will be here soon, and he's already gotten here, and I got all my electricity I need now. But so now my temperatures are good, but for a while there, my temperatures were dropping way too low during the lights off period and getting a little bit too high during lights on period. But I had to make do with what I had at the time. But you want to try to keep your temperatures within like 70 at the lowest, and then maybe even 68, but 70 is the lowest I like to go. And then having the high temperatures being lower, like 80 or lower. I like it not going above 78 personally. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Okay, got anything to look at.
It's ticking. The pendulum
Have
stopped.
you ever used Canna Boost? No. If so, what is a cheaper brand or company that compared? I never used Canna Boost. I personally like Psychoflower's Potash. It's awesome. Outside of Psychoflower's Potash, the reason why I like it is it has higher potassium than it does phosphorus, which, that was weird. Whoa, the fuck? 3D sounds all around me. Oh shit, nice. Okay, let's go. Whoa, the hallway's getting long. This game's kind of fucks with your head a little bit.
That's Lily.
I can imagine like if
This
you're
guy's
like
playing with me.
seriously high or something, that this game really fuck with your head. Oh shit, someone, I can hear that behind me. That's so crazy. Uh-oh. Hold on. Hold on, we got some banging. Oh shit. See, normally that would scare people, like shit, boom, it like big ass noise and it fucking bow comes blasting at you. But I don't get startled easily, so let's see here. So yeah, anyway, I like Psychoflowers because it has higher potassium than phosphorus. And another one that does too is I think Advanced Nutrients has a PK booster that has a higher potassium than phosphorus. Other than that, a really cheap alternative that I used for years is Monster. I think it's called Monster Grow or Monster Bloom. Yeah, Monster Bloom. It's a powder, works really good. Just don't use it at full strength. Use it like half strength. I'm doing your 4x4 Rockwell thing. My question is, what do I do about the green stuff growing? I answered that already. Just take a Panda Plastic. So this is for, what is that? Mondita de Plata? Mondita de Plata? Not really sure how to say that, but take Panda Plastic. You can buy this. Go to your grow shop and say, I need Panda Plastic. If not, go to Amazon and type in Panda like the bear, Panda Plastic, and just cut a little square piece and cut a slit down the center and put it over the top. Like put it over the stem and close it. And that makes it to where the light won't penetrate and hit the top of your stuff. That way it won't turn green. Basically, you just need to block the light with something. Black is gonna block the UV. Hey, would I like to know what LED light should I get for a Secret Garden L124 by 3.5? I would go with one of my bigger lights, honestly, because that's almost 4x4. So I would rock either the Cobb or the Goliath. You can get away with the Dwarf Star, but just keep in mind one Dwarf Star, the max right now, no matter what size you're using it in, the max right now is 12 ounces. So whereas with the Cobb and the Cobb and the Goliath, you can get 2 pounds, 2.5 pounds. So no one's got 3 yet. So I know it can do 3. I know it can. It's just everything's got to go perfect to get three off those lights. But we've done 2.5, so that's 2.5 pounds, by the way, dry. So that's what I recommend. But out of a 4 by 3.5, you're not going to get that. But you should be able to get 2 or at least 1.7 pounds out of that area with those lights. So it all matters how much you want. So can a boost? So can a boost is a PK booster. I imagine that's why. I don't know. I never even looked at can boost. I'm assuming it's a PK booster. If you look at what's on it, you can tell. If it's like pretty much zero nitrogen and then a whole bunch of PK, then it's a PK booster. Hey, what's up, Larry? All right, so I'm gonna keep on traveling down. See what I'm supposed to do here. Okay, so I have a feeling. Whoa, that wasn't like that, right? Yeah, that wasn't like that. Okay. Yeah, that was not like that a second ago. That I had a hallway behind me, a door I went through, right? Something changed. Something's not. I don't know what the hell. Oh shit! Everything's different. Everything's changed on me. They're trying to fuck with my head. The hell? Come on. Okay, let's take that. All right, got an herb. Got some herb. That's what we need. Herb keeps you alive in this game. Let's see here. Cool. Yeah, keep coming with the questions, man. I'll keep answering them. I don't want to miss anything, so I'm like looking at everything because you get such limited ammo and shit in this game. It's bullshit. Weird. Everything keeps changing. Should I look at the photo? Turn it over? Zoom? Turn it over? Okay, there we go. Nothing. Alright, cool.
Another
Don't
one. But what's he after?
gotta get there we go. Need something. Gotta grab everything you can get because I'm telling you, in this game you are so limited. I would play on casual too because honestly the enemies aren't really any different. But you get a little bit more parts and stuff to make weapons. Like literally you make like 3 bullets at a time. It's bullshit. Can you finish a photo period plant uh, as soon as an autoflower? It depends on, I mean, there are photo period plants that do finish quickly. And so if you have like 2 rooms and you have, one where you're doing your clones and or seedlings and then also vegging in that room, and then you can, have 2 flower rooms, let's say, you can cut down every month. But if you do it that way, you can also cut down every 2 months if you just have one flower, let's say one flower tent and one veg tent. And in the veg tent, you're doing all your seedlings and or clones plus your vegging plants. And then every month you're cycling them into your tent and pulling them out, or every 2 months, sorry, if you have 2 tents then every month. So yeah, like if you do it that way, then yeah, you can definitely have every 2 months. And if you have the right kind of autoflowers, you can have out of the same room, you can pull. Whoa, I don't like that. I have a feeling that's something that can kill me, and I don't like it because you can die so easy in this game. Woo! All right, so can't go that way. Oh, what the fuck? Everything keeps changing. But yeah, anyway, with the right like fast buds, they finish pretty quickly. So you can do fast buds like every 2 months, pretty much, if you're just doing all in one room. And if you do a perpetual grow, you can like have half of them, and then like plant them every 3 weeks, and you have a harvest every 3 weeks. So there's all different kinds of ways you can do it. But so that's the long answer to your question. The answer is yes. Oh damn! Shit, what the fuck? Imagine if this was real life, man. This would be crazy. I wish this game was on VR. Dude, VR is so sick. I can't wait to play Resident Evil 7 on VR. I played that Rush of Blood, whatever, from the. It's basically the VR game for Until Dawn. Damn, that game was sick. Awesome experience. Nice. Do seeds 1212 from germ, they will grow. You can actually you can do it from 12-12. The problem is though is that you're wasting all that time because if it's from seed, they genetically have to get mature enough to flower, and until they're genetically mature enough to flower, they're not going to flower. Like you clones, you can flower like instantly because they're genetically old enough, right? So if I grow a plant from seed and then I take a clone from it, the clone is I hear shit over here like in my head because it's this 3D headset. And I'm like, what the fuck is that shit over there? But anyway, so the fuck. Oh, oh. That was kind of trippy. But you know, you can do it. It's just you're wasting that time where you can get the plant bigger.
What are these things?
That was some trippy shit right there. Imagine if you're on acid playing this game or shrooms or something. You're all kind of like, I don't know if I can play this game for on shrooms. That'd be fucking weird as hell. Fucking freaking out. Give yourself a bad trip or something. Anyway, so what I was trying to say is that if you, I'm gonna look at something weird real quick while I talk here. If it's so trippy. Anyway, if you from seedling, from seed that is not clone, but from seed, if you just straight away go to 12-12 right from the very beginning, it'll work. But you're wasting all that time that it's not genetically ready to flower, so it's not going to flower until it's ready. And so you might as well give it 18-6 so it can grow bigger and faster during that time. Once you start seeing those sex hairs, that means it's genetically ready to flower. Then go to 12-12. Either way, it's going to flower at the same time. So whether you have it in 12-12 in the beginning, or you do 18-6 for the first 2 weeks or something, the seedlings are going to flower at the same time, no matter what. Just saying. Now from clone, it's different. Oh, the sound is all around me. It's pretty cool. But anyway, the from clone, it's say I clone a plant when it's 30 days old and it's already sexually mature to flower. That clone, if I put it 12-12, it'll flower like almost instantly because it's as old as its mother. Let's see what else we got going on here. It's easier for me to look at this on a computer and see what you guys are typing here. If I miss your question, just ask it again. Sorry. I think my wife's calling me. Did you call me? Yeah, Kenny, do you have Prime Video account or my Samantha account? Samantha. Oh, really? You have Prime Samantha? You can't. Can you guys hear me right now or no? Or Jay? I'll type to Jay real fast. Real fast. You cannot hear me. I'm just typing to Jay real quick because he says you can hear me. Why do you prefer cocoa versus deep horticulture? What are the pros and cons you have found? That's a good question. I'm gonna answer that question. So basically, years ago, I did a lot of deep horticulture, and I liked the idea of the scientificness of it. Like I felt like a scientist, you know, because everything has to be done just right. Imagine the puzzle. And so it was really fun at first, and you know, dialing everything in, making sure that my res was always pH balanced, you know, all that good stuff. And I don't know, what I really got sick of was having to, you know, change the res, like the actual buckets. Like you know, I tried buckets at first. I got sick of having to change the buckets themselves, like having to pull the plant out, put it into another bucket, take that bucket, clean it out, you know, to make sure it doesn't get, you know, too much the slime growing in there because I'll fuck your roots up, and then putting the plant back in. Like it just started getting old real fast. And even if you do like a recirculating is a little bit better because you don't have to do that as often. You can usually get a whole grow done without having to do that. But um, I don't know. It was just too much work, and I don't like doing a lot of work. You know, like when it comes to growing. So the least amount of work for me, the better. I like focusing more just on training the plants and all that stuff. So yeah, that was the main thing. Is it's just too much work. And then I went to cocoa, and watering every day by hand, and I was getting almost the same results as I was, with deep water culture. And then I started drip feeding. Oh yes, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, hopefully, I bet you there's gonna be a fight coming up because usually if it gives you a bunch of shit, it means you're about to fight something. But yeah. So what the fuck do I have here? Let's see. Make sure all my guns are loaded. Got my shotgun. No, no, don't use that. Ah, oh, fucking goddamn it! I don't know why I have that set there. Cool. So I got one set to explosive just in case I need that shit. But yeah, so once I went to drip feeding cocoa, and this is just 100% cocoa with no perlite or nothing, I was getting the exact same results as I was with deep water culture as far as how fast they grew, how big they grew, how dense they grew, all that. So it was a no-brainer to me. Like way, way easier. My system is so much easier in deep water culture, and you get the same results.
This
So
has to be the emitter.
that's why I prefer cocoa. You don't like changing the reservoir, go with aquaponics. Oh, another thing too, like even with my res, and since it's drip feed to waste, drip to waste, I don't change my res or clean my res until I'm completely done with the grow. So if it's a perpetual grow, then basically like every 2 months or so, then I'll just empty it out all the way down, and then take it outside real quick and spray it down and put some peroxide in there with some water and just kind of scrub it real fast and spray it really hard with the hose, and then boom, done. And then it goes back in. So it's so much like the
Authorization
maintenance.
required. Please connect an authorized terminal.
So basically,
Terminal. Must mean this communicator.
anyway, my stop
Restart
growing is
sequence
just
initiated.
super easy and works really good. Good if you don't have a lot of time. Also, another thing I hate about deep water culture is the air stones. Like you go through a lot of air stones because they get clogged, and yeah, you can take the time to scrub them and soak them and clean them and all that kind of
You've
stuff,
been
but
searching for me
it doesn't
ever
matter.
since.
Eventually, they get clogged. You have to replace
So I
them,
have
and
come.
I
But
don't
wait.
know.
It's not
Just too much
yours,
maintenance,
is it?
and that's basically too
No.
much upkeep. Upkeep.
It's the girl.
What do
I
you think
should
is the
be
best
offended.
way to get denser buds? Is it mostly strain?
But how can I be?
Sorry,
You're
story
not the
part.
only person who.
Can I pause it? Oh, I can. Yeah, definitely mostly strain, I think. But there are some things you can do to make the buds denser. One is a good PK booster. And what I've noticed is that the PK boosters with a higher potassium, that is a higher K than a P, work better for densing up the buds and frosting up the buds. So, something like Cycloflower, their potash is a great PK booster. Monster Bloom works pretty good, but that's the opposite, where the K is higher, where the P is higher than the K, so higher phosphorus and potassium. Advanced Nutrients has one that has higher potassium than phosphorus, and that also doesn't mess up your pH at all, which is pretty cool. Neither does the Cycloflowers. Yeah, anyway, that's one trick. So it does work, but everything else has to be good. The main thing is make sure that your temperatures never go too high. If you want dense buds, keep your room temperature 76 to 78. That should be as high as it goes. Maybe 80, the very, very highest, and it shouldn't go 80 very often. It shouldn't be there that long. And so those lower temperatures help you get denser buds. The buds like to try to breathe when it's hot, and that's why they like try to grow outward so they breathe. They don't like to get dense but when it's cold, they'll stay nice and dense. Cold meaning, like 76, 78 is like that's the highest it goes. And then also let it drop down to about 70 during lights off, and that will also help them. And then make sure that your light's not too close, because too much light, if you get too much light intensity, that will actually make your buds start to not be as dense. Another thing, make sure you harvest in time. If you harvest a little bit late, you can get much fluffier buds. Like my Gorilla Glues that I grew by Fast Buds, I let them go about 4 days too late. And those 4 days, I mean, I already let them go to the point of where I should have cut them down like days ago. And then I let them go an extra 4 days longer after that. So basically a week longer than what I should have. And what that did is it made them, which were the buds were rock hard. And they went like 4 days over that point, and then they were no longer rock hard. They were still hard, but they were kind of like, you could tell they weren't as hard. And I'm like, damn it, they're not going to dry as hard, which they didn't. So it makes your harvesting time. Another thing you can use too is you can use like, banned products like Gravity by Humboldt, I think it was. There's another one that's called Mendocino Avalanche. I don't think it's been banned yet, so you can still get that pretty easily. And it's basically I have to look at what the ingredients are in it, but it says right there, in the state of California, it's been known to cause cancer. So basically, don't get the shit in your skin. Use it like 3 weeks before the plants are finished. Only use it for like 7 days, and then stop using it, and make sure to do a really good flush. But that's, I don't know. It's like one of those things. Like, do you really want to use it and take the chances? Is it still in the plant? Let's see here. What do you think is the best? Blah blah. Sorry, just going through everything. Make sure I'm not missing nothing here. How do you stop your plants from just bending over in late flower? You can string them up. You can tie them up. You can put stakes. You can use bamboo sticks and tie them to that. Put a bamboo stick in the center of your plant and then tie them all to that. That's what you mean. Let's see here. I basically taught myself how to grow. I'm a self-teacher for a lot of things. Like I taught myself how to draw. Taught myself a lot of
There is
things.
another, one far more deserving. One who can offer rewards you could never imagine. So sorry, but you've been outbid.
Ooh. He can't move. That sucks.
Fear radiates from you.
What?
It's beautiful,
That's a sharp
but
fucking
not yet
knife.
finished.
Damn.
I am Stefano, and now you are my art. Son of a bitch!
Ooh, yeah, I broke out of it. Or he let it go, one of the two. Aw, man. I know I don't got that much ammo, so that's why I'm saying, aw, man. Oh, shit, that's a weird
Meet
fucking thing
my
right there.
beautiful Obscura.
Restart
You
sequence.
gotta be kidding me.
Sequence will complete in.
I think I gotta fight that thing. That's gonna be hard. While I answer questions. But yeah, so, also, I read a lot though. So what I mean by teach myself is I looked at a lot of different, books and stuff like that. I watched different growers. I picked up things I liked, didn't like, picked what worked, what didn't work, and then eventually I settled on something that worked really good and just been perfecting it. And then I'm always experimenting and stuff, trying to figure out what works better. And yeah, right now I'm still trying to perfect my hydro organic and pure cocoa. So I've done a plant outside once with it. You guys saw that, and I've been messing around with it since then. And I'll be showing updates of that system. But it's really cool because it's just all powdered nutrients, and then you just water with water. So let's see here. Do you by chance have a contact from your site or anything for philosophy growing, whatever? Yeah, on both my sites, growpotcheapy.com and perfectsunled.com, I have a contact me thing, so you can email me that way. I used to do a lot of cloning. In fact, I used to only pretty much do photos, and I would just do regular or do autos here and there on the side. But then I just pretty much switched it all the way around to where I do mostly autos now. I still do photos, but I just love autos. They're so much fun. They're a challenge. They're super easy to learn how to grow, but they're like really hard to master, and so I like that about them. Any news on new light CXA 370 Cobs maybe? I'm with you, brother. I actually have a light that I've been talking about it here and there, as you guys know, and yeah, I'll be doing a reveal soon. I'll be doing a reveal soon. I'm excited, and yeah, it might be a little while before I get it on the market, but I'm trying hard, and just wait till you see it. See, I'm going to show it in action. I'm going to do my typical thing where I do the 17 points of measurement, get average par and all that kind of stuff, and show the penetration power it has. But it's something new. It's something different that you've never seen before. So yeah. What are some of the mistakes you made when you first started growing? Oh man, so many mistakes. I started growing with both soil and cocoa, right? From my very first grow I ever did, I did cocoa and I did soil. So I did some plants in soil and some in cocoa. Like right away, I wanted to know which one I liked better. And from that very first grow, I knew I liked cocoa better. It was so much more forgiving and better. But yeah, overwatering the soil, um, underwatering the cocoa, thinking that, oh, it needs to dry out, uh, deep water culture. When I first did that, I mean, like pretty much you name the mistakes, I made them when I first started. So, but you learn from your mistakes, so it's good. Do you have any used lights for sale right now? I don't have any used lights for sale. I might have a couple refurbished 1000s that I'd be willing to sell for cheaper, but let's see here.
30
Sorry.
seconds.
I think, uh-oh.
That thing is stopping the emitter from activating.
Okay, so I'm thinking that I have to, am I supposed to do anything? Oh, I heard all around me. That's crazy. Okay. I'm debating whether or not I want to try to shoot it. Like I said, you're limited on your ammo. I think it might be. Did it go around?
That got it going. I just have to hold it off until the emitter starts.
80 seconds.
Oh, okay. So I don't even have to kill it, I don't think. I just have to hold it off. So it's going to
70
post up against
seconds.
this wall right here. Where'd it go? Okay, there it is. Cool. Oh no, wait. Is it trying to Oh shit. Sorry guys. It's all moaning and shit like that's crazy. You have a camera for a head. You're not gonna turn me on. Like, you kidding me? It's like, bitch, you got a camera for a head. What the fuck you moaning at me for? I'm done shoot. I'll shoot you in the face. That's what I'll do. Where is this bitch at? Oh shit. Okay, there she is.
60
So the
seconds.
aiming in this game sucks too. Fuck, bitch, get the fuck away from me. The fuck? Why don't you understand? No.
50
Ah,
seconds.
take no for an answer. Oh shit, I want to get that. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm getting it. All right, I'm gonna try something
30 seconds.
like this. We'll kind of zigzag around. Shit, just walked on the ceiling. All right, so I'm gonna pause real quick and answer some more questions. Oh shit, don't do that. Okay. Damn, fucking bitch is crazy. So when I do cloning, Jay, what I do is I like to clone in Rockwell, and I actually like cloning in the smaller one because I like to see the roots right away. So I'll clone in the 2x2 Rockwell cubes. I tried the 4x4, but it doesn't work as good. So I do the 2x2, make sure I see the roots coming out of it. I water every day, put in a humidity dome. So I keep a humidity dome, and then I water every single day with 5.8 or 6.0 water, and with just a little bit of nutrients and not much, like maybe 200 ppm. Sometimes nothing at all for the first few days, at least until it has roots. Once it has like roots coming out, then I'll start watering with actual nutrients. But other than that, I try to maybe just a little bit, like a couple drops of nutrients in there per gallon. Anyway, so it doesn't really even register on the TDS meter. And then once I see roots coming out of the 2x2, then I take the 2x2 and I put it inside of a 4x4 Rockwell cube. That way the roots will grow inside the 4x4. Once the roots are coming out of the 4x4, or I'll just put that straight inside of the cocoa. But I like to see the roots coming out when I'm doing clones. And then I'll put that right inside the cocoa, and then boom, ready to rock and roll, and you'll get a nice big plant. So that's just how I personally do it. Humidity dome is super important for that, I think. You want it nice and humid, you want it nice and warm, so those roots grow fast. Um, let's see here. Do you put your plants into a 12 or 72 dark period before harvest? I do not. I've tried it, but it didn't make any difference. So Are there any other growers in your area that are collaborated with, or are you the only one you know? I have other growers that I wouldn't say I collaborate with, but well, I guess we do collaborate sometimes. Like one of my guys, and he's big on making oil. He has a whole big oil lab. Like he has all the licensing and everything for that, and has like fucking over $50,000 in his lab right now. And so I'll like if I don't feel like making my oil, I'll have him make my oil for me. Now, of course, he's a buddy of mine, so he does it for a good deal, but he still wants he wants some of the product obviously for making it. But he's fair, and he gets really good yield, really good quality now. Yeah, so if I don't feel like making oil, I just give my product to him, and then he makes it into oil for me. And then I know a lot of growers, some really big growers that grow hundreds of plants at a time. They got the commercial licensing, and it's kind of cool going into the grow and sharing each other's ideas, and like see what are you doing, what's working for you, what's working for me. So we talk, we share, and that's a good thing to do. It's always good to talk to other growers and see what they're doing and what's making a difference for them. So I'm waiting for Grand Theft Auto to download. I had to switch my hard drives to extra hard drive. Black Ops 3 needed more space. Yeah. What I did is I bought the PlayStation Pro, which has the 1 terabyte, and then I bought a Seagate. It's a little flat USB hard drive that is a 2 terabyte, and I plugged that into the back of my PS4 Pro, and that's pretty awesome. So I have like 3 terabytes in total, and then that really helps because yeah, you run out of space fast on the PS4. Oh, and then I just bought this thing. It's pretty dope. It plugs into the. I haven't got it yet, but I just bought it. It'll be here in 2 days from Amazon Prime. But it plugs into the front of your PlayStation Pro. They also make one for the regular PlayStation 4. And anyway, so it uses those two slots and it plugs into that, and then it gives you four USB 2.0s and one 3.0. So I just, I have so many controllers I need to charge all the time, so I needed that thing. So now I can like be charging four things at once, and then even five if I need to. But I typically use the 3.0 for my VR headset. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's pretty awesome, and that's an awesome device. It was like really inexpensive too. It was like $12, I want to say, something like that. And with Amazon Prime, it's free shipping, so that's an awesome, really awesome thing to get. By the way, I still have my PlayStation 4. It's almost brand new. So I've used it for like I think a year. Then I bought the PlayStation Pro, and I'm not sure what to do with it yet. I was gonna do like a giveaway on my art channel or something, or maybe a giveaway on the marijuana channel. Um, I'm not really sure what to do with it yet, or just sell it for inexpensive. I was hoping that someone I knew would need it, but no one needs it, so I'm not really sure. I like to give stuff away to people I know personally. And her brother already has one, so because I bought him one a while ago, and yeah. So anyway, I think it's for Christmas or something. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I might do a giveaway with it, or I might just sell it on eBay for super cheap. Or if someone emails me or something like that and says, "Hey, I really love a PlayStation 4 and give me a good story, like why you deserve it," versus some. I like helping people that deserve stuff, like that need it. Like they're like, man, I love fucking video games. I play them all the time, and I'm stuck with a PS3 because I can't afford it and work my ass off. A story like that. Where I'm like, you know what, that dude really seems like he needs this thing. I might just even just give it to you. But it's gotta be a good story, and I gotta believe it. And it better be true. I'm gonna fucking hunt you down and get you. Let's see here. Do you give any kind of dark period when you transition from? No, I don't. I don't do any dark period. I tried all that shit too. Pretty much everything you can think of, I pretty much tried it. All this stuff, the 13 on, lights on, doing the different kind of light schedules, and none of it made a difference. And all my big grower buddies, they tried it all too. And what we all did was we all reverted back to old school ways. That is, 12-12 for flower, 18-6 for veg. If it's autos, 18-6 the entire time. And we get the best results that way. So yeah, they all do that. None of them do the weird shit no more. They're already all done experimenting. They tried everything. They're done experimenting. They're just sticking to what works. They're commercial growers, so they got to pump out big, consistently, and they got to pump out big. So they've stopped. But back when they were smaller, they did a lot of experimenting. And what the hardest thing is convince them to go over to LED. I got one guy. I convinced him. I was like, hey, I'm just gonna take your fucking light down and put my light up, and you're gonna grow with it, and then you're gonna love it. And that's how that went. But yeah, it's hard to get some of these old school guys to change their ways. Like, man, HPS works great, blah, blah, blah. It does, but I'm like, trust me, man, just do one grow, one little section, and you'll change your mind. They're just so stubborn. All right, so yeah, anyway, I'll wait for more questions. Why? Shoot this fucking camera bitch in the face, right in her fucking camera eye. Can you hear her? She's like, am I tripping or is she like moaning? It's like a weird, creepy moan, but she's like, I'm gonna try to give you a hard on with my camera face. Where did that bitch go? I know I saw her crawl on the ceiling. Oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Oh, fuck. No, no, that's not cool. Fuck you. Switching a shotgun. You're gonna take it up the ass. Or in the face, but whatever. Oh shit, no! I'm out of shotgun, that's not good. Okay, hold on, let's do this. Where's she at? Got it. Ah, yeah, the aiming in this game is pretty not good. Okay, so I don't have much ammo left, so let me see what else can I do? What else do I got? God, fuck, I have something. Sniper rifle?
20 seconds.
Do I have any ammo? No ammo. Fuck. Alright, so all I have is ammo for my pistol and this thing. Damn. Alright, let's try to stop her with this and then shoot her. Oh shit. I'm gonna pause in a second. I'm just. No, 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 no. Where's she at? There, I see the bitch. Fuck you. Boom.
10 seconds.
Oh shit. Okay, that ain't working. Only gotta wait 10 seconds. I'm gonna try to save my ammo.
Stable field emitter
Imagine you saw that thing in real life. Like, wouldn't that be some freaky ass shit? I'd be in denial. Like, I would honestly think that I was hallucinating, that I done went fucking schizophrenic,
stabilization procedure.
or that someone laced me with some
Great.
fucking acid or something.
Saved my own ass.
I
What am I
would just,
supposed to do
I'd be
now?
like, this shit can't be real. It can't be real. All right, let's see here. Let's see here. I grow using CFLs and do pretty good with them. Yeah, I mean, you can get okay results with CFLs. Honestly, though, the amount of energy that you use with CFLs, if you just used 150 watt HPS, you'd get better results, and you'd be using, like the same amount of electricity. So just something to think about. Like CFLs are super inefficient as far as like how far they penetrate. 150 watt HPS, which you can buy at Walmart, and it plugs into a standard mogul. You don't even have to have a special mogul, just a standard mogul. It's 150 watt HPS, and that thing is going to outgrow CFLs any day of the week because it has way better penetration power. And you put that in a little homemade hood, boom, over one plant, and guarantee you'll get way more better weed, more denser, bigger buds, just way bigger yields than you would using the same amount of CFLs. Because CFLs, you're probably using the 23 watt ones that they use in the actual 23 watts. You only got to use a few of those, and before you reach 150 watts of electricity. So that's what I would personally do. I'd go with 150 watt HPS any day over CFL. See if I'm just looking back, see if I'm missing more questions. Do you watch other growth streams like G? No, I don't usually. Honestly, I don't have time. So it's like trying to keep up. Like right now, I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. I'm trying to do my hobby, which is one of my hobbies is video games, and then also answer some questions from you guys. It does look crazy. It's a crazy game. Let's see here. If time and space permits, is it better to allow a plant to dry out in the dark while still in its pot and medium soil instead of cutting? No, just cut it down. It's not going to make a difference. I would, what you could do is do it like just soak that shit with, I mean, take a hose and just run water through it until you know there's no more nutrient left in there. And then let it sit underneath the light for like 3 days. So just it drinks nothing but water. And then after that, then go ahead and cut it down, cut the whole tree down from the stem. Boom, hang the whole tree upside down. Cut all the big leaves off and just let it hang dry. Once it's dry, then trim it. That seems to me that seems to help a lot with taste and with smell and all that kind of stuff. And then you do a dry trim, and then you cure. That seems to work really good.
On. He didn't leave Lily here. Where did he take her?
Should give Kibben an update about this.
It's funny how he like talks to himself, but really he's talking to me. If I know it, so I know
Maybe I'll get a
what's
signal
going on.
outside.
Yeah, they sell a 150 watt HPS at Walmart, and it screws into a normal light socket. And so you can actually take that and buy the big metal. Now at Walmart also they have the big metal hood. It's like a aluminum hood for like using in like working on cars and shit like that. It's in the car section, and that has a regular standard mogul on it. So it'll screw right in there. So you screw in the 150 watt HPS into that. Now you have a nice hood, and boom, it'll cover one plant pretty well. Another thing that works actually pretty good is you have to train your plants to be really short, but using T5s. If you get a good T5 um, with like at least four bulbs in it, maybe get an even wider one with five bulbs in it, and then that uses about 300 watts of electricity. So for about 300 watts of electricity, you can cover, four plants that are short and trained out, or two plants that are oval and train them out to be oval. You just have to make sure that they stay short because only those very tops are going to turn into nice buds because T5s have horrible penetration power. Like literally, like you want it pretty much touching your plant just about, and then it's only gonna penetrate maybe 8 inches into the plant if you're lucky. All right, so I forgot what that bitch said. She said something though. I don't know what she said. So now I probably got to go somewhere. I'm just gonna guess. Let me see if it shows me anything. Still no map. I should probably make sure there's nothing in here because, like I said, ammo is a very rare thing in this game. I mean, it's worse than The Last of Us, and that shit pissed me off with The Last of Us not having enough ammo, having to scavenge everywhere. I wish there was a mode, I wish you can pick a mode like called ammo mode, called Call of Duty mode, where pretty much you have, a bunch of ammo. But I don't know, it kind of does make it more intense and makes you feel like you're in a survival horror game. Because you're like, shit, I need to like find something, and then you gotta be careful on how much ammo you use on killing shit. Let's see here. Where's that? I just saw a question come up. How come it's not on here? Oh, when can you add a HPS 150 watt if you've been using 2 Mars Hydro and my light just came in the mail? They're like 2.5 weeks in flower. Um, I don't know. It depends what Mars Hydro you have. They have some really shitty lights. Well, all their lights are shitty, but they have some that are just horrible. Like their lower watt ones are almost useless, and then their higher wattage ones are okay. Like their Mars 1200. I managed to pull 12 ounces out of that. I mean, that means it covers a 3x3, and it doesn't really cover more than that. And it's basically equivalent to a 600 HPS, which uses about the same amount of energy as a 600 HPS. So it's not like it's stupid. Like what's the point? But and the buds didn't get nearly as big. They did get a little bit denser though, barely, than HPS. But anyway, so yeah, you can probably switch right away. Whenever you switch lights, always start higher. Just keep it higher and then slowly lower it down. That's the general rule there. Love you too. That'd be my wife now. Yep. I'm about to grow autos in my closet. I'll be using a few metal halide 300 LEDs in 5-gallon pots. Do you know how tall they usually get? It really depends on the strain. So some strains stay really short, like obviously lowrider and thing like that. Dutch Passion's Ultimate, most of them phenotype stay short, but every now and again you get a tall phenotype. And I had a tall phenotype get like 4.5 foot tall. And you can always train it to be short, but it's gonna be a really big freaking bushy plant. Um, Think Different are typically taller plants by Dutch Passion. Northern Lights by Royal Queen Seeds is a pretty short plant. I've never had one get tall. Like they maybe get 3 feet tall, but they're really bushy, just naturally bushy plants. And if you train them a little bit, like a little bit of bull training, boom, you get really big fat, and they get fat nugs on them, super fat nugs, really good yielders. Of course, you have to have enough light, proper environment, all that kind of stuff, but the potential's there in those plants to just get huge nugs, huge yields. And but the quality is, it's okay. It's not the best quality weed, but it's not horrible either. Makes really good, makes really good oil. And yeah, so just look around. You'll see that most seed companies will tell you about how tall the plants get. So I got a couple plants from a friend who had to leave town, and I noticed some slight PM. If I take clones from them, can I get rid of it, or should I scrap them? Yeah, you can. A lot of people think that PM is systemic, but it's not. So in other words, it doesn't actually live inside the plant. But what happens is, and the reason why people develop that false idea that it's a systemic thing, but you can look this up at a scientific journal, and it's not. Powdery mildew is not systemic. So, but what it is it puts off a bunch of microspores. So once you have powdery mildew, that room is fucked. There's powdery mildew all over that room. And if you have a fan blowing, that powdery mildew can be all over your fucking house if you're growing in your house. It doesn't matter if you're growing in your garage. Like it's that those spores spread so far. It's probably all in your house, all around your house, wherever you're growing at. If you ever got powdery mildew, it's everywhere now. Those spores are everywhere. So what you're going to want to do is clean the fuck out of wherever you're growing. You got to clean everything. If you can't, I mean, you got to take your fans apart and clean every little bit with just use those sanitizing wipes. So get a bunch of sanitizing wipes and clean everything down, every little fucking inch of it. It's a pain in the ass, but you got to do it. You got to clean everything, and then after you've cleaned everything, then burn sulfur. Get a good sulfur burner and just burn the shit out of sulfur. Leave the house for a few hours and just burn the shit out of that sulfur, and then air all the sulfur out. And then after you've done all that, um, actually first clean the plant off. Sorry, you want to take a clone. So first clean the plant off and just clean it really good. Just dip it in peroxide water. So take some peroxide water, just regular house peroxide. If you have the good peroxide, like 36%, whatever you get from a grow shop, you can use that. But if it's just regular house peroxide, apply about at least 2 tablespoons per gallon of water. Right around there should do it. And then just dip it in there really good, and then just rattle around, make sure it's all nice and clean, like you don't see nothing on it. And then take that and put it in front of a fan, let it dry. Take the clone off of that. After you do that, then clean the shit out of your room. Then take the clone off of that. Then isolate the clone, and yeah, they should be fine after that. So then get rid of the original plant, and then keep that clone or keep a couple clones. Just make sure you got to clean the room, man. That's the only way to get rid of powdery mildew. Got to clean, clean, clean. Or if you have the money, hire a professional to come out, and they'll do something similar to how you bug your house, the bombs. So it's like that, but it's for mold and powdery mildew. And also another thing to buy is if you don't want to do that is after you're done cleaning, buy some mold spray. So after you've done the cleaning and after you've done the burning sulfur, buy some powdery mildew control spray. You can get it at like Lowe's or Home Depot, and just spray it everywhere that you can, and then fan dry it out. And just remember that you sprayed that shit because you don't want to like touch something and then eat with it and get sick. So maybe after you spray that shit everywhere, clean it off if you want to, or just remember that whenever you touch anything in your grow room, wash your hands. I've made that a habit now. Whenever I go to my grow room or grow tents, When I leave, I wash my hands and right away, so I don't accidentally get sick. Because you don't know what you're touching, a nutrient, whatever, and then now that's on your hand and you eat. And anyway, so I just made it a habit to always clean my hands afterwards. But yeah. Yeah, I know the government taxes on bud is crazy. I think here it's 25%. So if you buy recreational, if you have a medical card, then there's no taxes, but you're paying for your medical card. So you're paying like $500 a year for your medical card. So unless you're smoking a goddamn lot of weed, that $500 a month is pretty much almost the same as if you're paying taxes. But yeah, 25% tax is pretty crazy. They need to change that. I mean, that's insane. Like I can understand 10%, maybe 15%, but 25%? Come on, man. That's just like robbery. Okay, so I'm not sure where I'm supposed to go yet. I think I came upstairs before, right? So okay, I'm not gonna go back downstairs right now. I'm gonna see if there's somewhere up here I can go first. Not that way. I think I already looked all that way. Okay. I should have listened to what she said. Is there like a log or something? Let me see something real quick. There's gotta be a log or something where. I guess I'll look at missions. Okay. Leave City Hall. Oh, okay. That's simple enough. Leave City Hall. That's all I had to do. I don't think I can go that way though. Oh, I can. Cool. I'm like, what do I do next? Forgot you can check the missions. Leave City Hall. Fuck that place. Get the hell out. Oh, cool. I don't know how I missed that. Okay. I think there's a way to do a 180 turn. Let me see. Huh. I could have swore there was a way to do a 180 turn, but I must not remember how to do it because I just push every button. Maybe you have to push a direction in the button. I don't know. Okay, can't go that way. Where the hell do I go? Bam! Back in here. Alright. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack myself here if I remember where I came from. I'm going to go back. Is there stairs right here somewhere? Nope. No stairs that way. I think, what was it, back this way? So I just don't want to get stuck, so I want to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. Okay, I think the stairs were... The fuck are you, stairs? I'll fucking stab you. Alright, there we go.
Can't believe these bastards used Lily like some kind of science experiment. And then they have the nerve to send me in to clean up their mess? It's like some kind of sick joke.
Why does he call his daughter Lily? I rarely ever refer to my son as his name, you know? It's always like, I've been like, why in the fuck they do this shit to my son? I'm gonna kill these motherfuckers. Alright, let's see. Don't worry, I'm going back to the questions in just a second. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Bash that bitch. There we go, give me a key. Cool, so now when I go back to save, I can use that key to open up a random locker and it gives you shit. What the hell? Rambo kick. Rambo kick. Ta-ta. Yeah, give me more stuff. Shotgun shells, okay. That'll come in handy. Damn, almost out of pistol shells too. I don't know, this doesn't feel like I'm supposed to go this way. I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. Let's go ahead and save this shit. It auto saves too, but I just, I don't know if I can build anything yet. Let's see what some questions we got going on here. Okay, I got a couple plants. This is from Thank you. Hopefully you're still here. I got a couple plants from a friend who had. Oh yeah, that's PM already answered that question. Sorry. Any tips for a huge auto? Have a Hubba Bubba Smeloscope and a Ripley's OG on my first run, and they're 6 feet tall. Yeah, they get big. I was really surprised how big the Hubba Bubba Smeloscopes got. I was like, holy shit, these things are out of control. So just start training the hell out of them, man. Start bending all the branches over, tying them down. One thing you can do, you can take like bamboo sticks, whatever. You can buy a big old thing at Wilco or something, Home Depot, all kinds of places. Stick the bamboo sticks in there, all on the edge of the pot, and then you can tie the branches down to that. You can also weigh them down with fishing weights, like they sell a big roll of the lead, and it's pretty heavy, and you can just cut off little pieces of that, and then hang it with even you can even hang it with those little fuzzy ties from the craft section at Walmart, and then hang those on the edge of the branches so it starts bending the branches down. If you're worried about it being too tall, just start pushing it out and training it out. There's all kinds of options you can do as far as how you want to train out. But yeah, it, that's how I would do it. That's what I did with mine. I just started training it out. But they're just I didn't have enough room for them. They're so big. Let's see here. Congrats on the marriage as well. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate that. Have you ever tried breeding your autos? I did a couple of my own breeding with autoflowers, and what I found was that if you really have to go through a long process to come up with your own strain, and it's a lot of work. But what I just did as a quick thing is if you take an autoflower plant that's already stable, like Dutch Passion or something, and you take that one plant, and then you take one branch and spray it with Teresa's Mist, basically it's colloidal silver, and spray one branch with that until you start seeing male parts, and then stop spraying it. And then let those male parts open up, let the flowers open, take the pollen, and let it pollinate its own self. Those will be the most stable seeds you get. Even if you take two different plants that are the exact same strain, and this pollen from plant A pollinates plant B, those seeds will not be as stable. Like you might have like 30% of them that grow all fucking weird and shit. So it's better to seed the own plant itself. Then you might see like about a 5 or 10% of the seeds that you grow will grow weird. And usually you can tell within flower stage that they're growing kind of funky, and they're like, okay, get rid of that plant. Don't even bother with it, because they're gonna grow really weird, thin, funky looking like rag buds. But yeah, so that's what I noticed. And I did make something called Critical Blue, which was Dutch Passion's. I think it was their. I think that's what I called it. It was their blue something. I think it was blue mag. Oh, not, they don't have a magnum. What the fuck is that plant they have? Anyway, I forget the two strains I crossed together, and that came out pretty good. But it had about a 20%. Um, I'll call it fail rate. 20% of them came out growing really weird, just really weird bud structure. I mean, it was still really nice bud. They just came out growing strange, really strange bud structures, but still really good to blast and turn into oil. Yeah, like the best way is you want to go like keep recrossing it back into its uh into its mothers, and it's a lot of work. With any plant, if you want to get a nice stable strain, and I don't think Fast Buds understands that. I think that's why so much of Fast Buds autoflowers are very unstable. I don't think they took the time to continue crossing it back and crossing it back to get them stable. Like Dutch Passion. Dutch Passion knows what they're doing, and they know how to keep crossing it back over and crossing it back, to make sure that the end product is very, very stable. And yeah, like when it comes, like Dutch Passion is so awesome that not only is the shit super stable, they get it to where there's very little phenotypes per plant, which is awesome. If you had a 3 by 3 by 8 room and a dwarf star, how much would you expect to get out of it? I would expect to get 12 ounces tops. That's the max in door star right now. No matter what your size is that you're growing in. Well, I mean, obviously, if you're growing in a 2x2, I doubt you're going to get that. But pretty much 3x3, 3x3.5, whatever, 4x4, it doesn't really matter. The door star gets right around 12 ounces max. That's its max right now. I'm sure that could be beaten, but it's going to be hard. So someone will have to do some really serious growing to beat that. But that's pretty good for the amount of watts it uses. It only uses like what 230 watts or something. But yeah, so that's what you can expect out of that. All right, let's see if I can do anything here. So I can craft some shit. I'm thinking I want to craft some. I gotta at least craft one sniper bullet. And look at this is what I'm talking about. Like, look at that's it. I can like it gives enough. I can craft 5 bullets. Like you really got to think about bullets, not clips. You're like, how many bullets do I want to craft with this particular gun? It's fucking stupid. The rest I'll do pistols. I'll do 10 of those. I'll do more. There we go. And I'll do one of these. Those come in handy, and that's all I have. Okay. Any weapon upgrades? I don't think I can upgrade anything right now. How much does that cost? 50. Increased weapon clip capacity. That's. I think I like fire rate better. I don't have enough for that yet. Yeah, I think I'll save up for that, or let me see if my shotgun needs anything. Sniper rifle? I could reload time maybe. This one I can probably definitely use some upgrades on, but I don't use it that often. Yeah, I don't really care for that. I think if I did anything, it'd be maybe reload time on this thing. And then I can, oh, wait, then I have to spend, fuck it, I'll try it. Missing components. So I can't even go any further than that. That kind of sucks. Hopefully that was worth it. Wait, hold on. I have more points on it. Okay. Let's see. Hold on a second. Sorry. Just short of that one. You know what? I might as well. How much does that cost? Okay, I think I might as well do this. I don't have enough anyway. Damn shit fucker. Let's go and resave it again. Is there a grow tent you recommend that is not as pricey as a gorilla tent? It really depends on how much you want to, how long you want the tent to last for, how sturdy it needs to be, like how much weight you need to put on it. I used to use Lighthouse, and that's a really inexpensive tent. They don't last a super long time. You got to really take care of them. Make sure just be gentle with them basically, and take care of them, and they'll last you at least 2 years. And they're pretty inexpensive for what they are. They'll definitely hold an LED light. They won't hold a Goliath. You'd have to build, reinforce the top like that one guy. Like on the Goliath page, I show like how the guy reinforced his cheaper tent. And yeah, so if you do that, then it'll hold a Goliath, but it'll hold a Cobb no problem. And yeah, so that Lighthouse is a pretty good one. That I liked it. It was fine. And then you can feel the cheapness of it, kind of like the PARs, like compared to a Goliath a Gorilla tent. It's like night and day difference as far as how when you're inside a Gorilla tent and you feel how sturdy it is. I do pull-ups in that motherfucker. Like that's how strong they are. And there's such a good tent. I can see a Gorilla tent lasting like years and years. But Lighthouse will keep on going and lasting. As a matter of fact, one of her family members, I won't say who, one of her family members inherited it now, and he's using it, and it's still going. And I used it for, I think it was a year or two, and then now he's using it. So it still works. It's still good. It's just the quality just clearly isn't there, but it'll do the job. And every now and again I have to like use some black Gorilla tape, to make sure no light leaks get in there, because little hole tears get in there very easily. But no big deal. You just duct tape it up. So yeah, it might look a little bit ghetto, as you're duct taping it up and keeping it on the up and up, or you can use Mylar tape on the inside to block those holes. that start to build up, little micro holes out, and that you don't want light leaks. So yeah, okay. But yeah, lighthouse is a good one. I think there's a. I think I used another one too. I haven't really used a lot of brands of tents, to be honest. I usually just would grow inside of my room, and but yeah, I think lighthouse is about 150 bucks or so for a, if I remember correctly, for a 4x4. I'm not sure. Why did I go down here? Let me see something. I can't remember what. Why is nothing available? What happened to my map? Alright, so just leave City Hall. That's all I have to do anyway, so. Okay, so whatever. Let's just go do that. How like slow you move in this game is so annoying to me. I wouldn't mind the stealth parts if you moved really fast. And I've already upgraded too. Like, look at this is my crawl speed, and I've upgraded. That's after upgrading. It's pretty freaking slow compared to Tomb Raider. Like, I like the stealth in Tomb Raider because it's fast. Like, you just like da, 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 and you don't have to worry about them hearing you so easily. Okay, didn't I just come to that way? Whatever. I'm gonna see. Let's check what's in here. Fuse. Okay. I feel like I came this way, but maybe I'm tripping. I should have paid attention which way I came. What the hell? Yeah, I think I came this way, huh? See, why is my map disabled? That just sucks. Yeah, I think I might have came this way. Hold on, let me go back that way. Yeah, I think it was like Rambo kick. Yeah, okay, I kind of have a memory of doing that. Rambo kick. Well, there's nowhere to go. Ah, you gotta be kidding me. No map bullshit. Hate games without. I mean, usually the map is there, and it's such a lifesaver, especially in moments like this. Let's go this way. Okay, cool. I think I might have found it. And Rambo kick. Oh, it won't let me Rambo kick that door. Cool. Finally, out of that motherfucking shit.
Damn it. Son of a bitch still has Lily.
If anyone has any more questions, just feel free to ask them.
We've reestablished contact with the marker agent, kid.
People watching this on my gamer channel later on, I thought I'd get me using it. I don't do it for that, but
Sebastian? Sebastian, are you there?
I mean, like, what the fuck? This dude's just talking about weed the whole time.
Are you all right?
That psycho is still on the loose in here. I turned on the emitter, and that seemed to slow him down. But he got away.
Now, I see a bunch of text here. I think I answered everything though.
Lily. She must be so scared and alone.
Yeah, I'm not sure what I missed.
I've got to find her before he does something terrible to her.
I asked a question about reading your autos, which I answered.
I'm so close.
Like, when I get like older, I know I'm already like 40, well, almost 40. I'll be 40 soon. But I definitely want to probably start making my own strains, get into that when I'm like pretty much retired.
It would be a real tragedy to waste all that time and money.
I was speaking for myself, not Mobius. I
Want to re-ask the
spent a lot
question,
of
Jay?
time with Lily during testing. She's a good kid.
If you meant the replacing
I know things are bad.
the 150 HPS with
I believe
your
in you.
LEDs,
You've got to stay
I said
focused so we
just
can
I said
save
just do it right away.
her together.
Just put it up higher at first. See how the plants react to it.
Okay, you're right.
I would go with both if you can. Like
Don't
don't
worry about
if you already
it.
have
Right
the
now we need to
you know
figure out where
LEDs,
each
grow
other.
with those too, because that'll add the extra red and blue that the HPS lacks.
Copy that.
Mainly
I'll see
blue.
what I can find out and send it to your room.
Okay. In the meantime, I'll check in with O'Neill. See if he can help me locate this psycho.
Sounds like a plan.
Like I would have the 150 watt HPS above the plant, and then your two LEDs on the sides, like
Sebastian,
at an angle like this.
Yeah.
good luck.
Thanks. Gotta figure out where he took her. Think I might have just figured it out. Not doing a very good job of hiding. It's almost as if he's taunting me. Well, if it's a fight he wants, he's gonna get it. I just have to find my way there.
It's a fight he wants, where he's gonna get it. Yeah, that's what I would do, Jay.
O'Neill, it's me.
I see the stable field emitter is back online. Please tell me you found the core and you're on your way back here.
Sorry. That lunatic still has her, but I think I have an idea of where he went.
Yeah, I see it too. I'm picking up the signal again, but now it's coming from the theater in the other part of town.
Look at that thing. That's crazy looking.
Through the marrow again, I guess. May need a little guidance here.
I'm on it. Looks like turning the emitter back on stabilized some passages there. Exit D5 looks to be the one closest to the theater. I'm not totally sure what you'll encounter down there, so watch your back.
At this point, nothing would surprise me.
Cool. So I'm gonna save chapter 6, I think, for the next stream because that's a perfect time. Yeah, perfect for the next thing. So, all right, all right. I'll answer a few more questions here before I end this stream out. How much will electric? 150 watts isn't really going to affect much. Just to give an idea, a regular house fan, when on high, uses about 125 to 175 watts. So, and that's just a regular house oscillating fan, or just a 16-inch or even a 20-inch just box fan. They use right around there, 125 to 175 watts when on high. When on low, I'm not sure. I never actually test them on low, but they don't use too much less on low. I think it's like 95 watts. So yeah, 150 watts isn't. Just think about it. It's like having an extra fan on high or something in your house. So it's not going to be too big of a deal. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hey, and I appreciate you guys coming over here. Like I can answer some questions while playing some games because I've been wanting to play this anyway. And yeah, so until next time, double peace. I probably should do a plant update. All right. I might be doing that tonight, maybe. We'll see.